What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 19, and we start today's episode off with a game against Mallorca here, so taking on the side from the Balearic Islands. Now, Mallorca came up with us last year from the Segunda Division alongside Real Valladolid, so Mallorca came up through the playoffs. Valladolid finished in second, so as we do take on Mallorca, I wasn't really surprised to know they were sitting bottom of the table, and as I looked at their side, I couldn't really identify too many players who gave me too much cause for concern last year in the Segunda Division. So the fact of the matter is, I came into this game fully expecting the 3 points, and of course we have been on a really good run at the start of the season. We've only lost one game, we've drawn quite a few, yes, we've won a lot too. We've had a very surprising start to the season. Everything's been really positive, so I came to this game looking forward to it. I did have to make quite a lot of changes due to the fitness reasons though, as you'd expect, and the first chance did fall to the home side. Sulin going down the right hand side for them, and the Israeli winger goes down the right hand side, cuts past his man and shoots, but it hits the post and we get the ball away. So pretty lucky not to concede there, as my defence was very weak. And in the 26th minute they're through again, Mallorca. Pereira crossing the ball in towards Sulin. He misses the header, it comes to Sastre. Sastre plays it back inside, and the former City and Barcelona man, and even spent a bit of time harassing Santander player, gives the ball forward, and the shot is well saved by Mario Fernandez. So still 0-0, and in the 42nd minute Mariano's on the ball for us, step overs round Adams and shoots and scores as well. So we take the lead just 3 minutes before half time. It is Mariano who gets the goal, and it's a very good finish by our striker, playing in place of Sergio Buenacasa, and that was a really nice goal as well. Like, usually in that situation I'm panicking, I've only got one man to beat, and with pretty low rated players I never really know what to do, but in that situation just took my time, cut inside, put the ball past the goalkeeper, and it is 1-0. So Mallorca 0, Racing Santander 1, and in the 71st minute Mallorca come forward again here with Ross finding Sastro. He gets past Granero, cuts inside and shoots, but thankfully for us the shot balloons wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0, and to be honest it was a really surprising game because I expected us to win this game, not comfortably, but still get the 3 points, and the fact we were winning was good, but we really weren't playing well, and the fact Mallorca hadn't scored was a real mystery, to be honest. In the 75th minute we could have wrapped the points up here. Sanchez going down the right hand side, tried to chip the goalkeeper, it was a good save, and then Fernandez's rebound shot was also saved by Mino, and it was still 1-0 to Racing Santander. But later on we did start to get more attacks and more chances and more shots on goal. Christian Fernandez skipping past his man here, lovely run by our right midfielder, and it's a very good save by the goalkeeper again as he turns it behind for a corner, and from that corner Granero crosses the ball into the centre here eventually, or do we give it to someone else? Or maybe we give it to Christian Fernandez actually, to have a right foot crossing the ball into the centre. He picks out Juan Pay who heads it. It's a very good save by Mino though, and again Mallorca escapes. So still 1-0 as we piled the pressure later on, going in search of that second goal, but in stoppage time as Adams gets on the ball from Mallorca, he finds Fofo down the left hand side. He takes on his man, plays it back outside towards Adams. Adams back into Fofo. The two link up really nicely, and the shot is taken, and the shot is also finding the back of the net as well, because the number 18 finds the bottom corner and makes it Mallorca 1, Racing Santander 1. So absolutely gutted about that, because it was how the game finished. It was the last attack of the game, last shot of the game, and basically one of the last kicks of the game as well. And to throw away 2 points in stoppage time like that with virtually the last kick of the game, it's so frustrating, because at the end of the day, during that game, Mallorca definitely deserved a point. There's no doubt about that. But it's like, we've already conceded quite a few late goals already this season, and that is another one there, which, okay, it's still a decent point, still a decent point against the side who, last year were in the same division as us. But because of the start we've made and the fact we were, piling the pressure late on in that game, I really thoroughly expected us to get the 3 points there and see the game out. So to throw it away so late on is unbelievably frustrating. But it's one of those things, we're going to have to learn this year. It's our first season in Spain's top division, in one of the strongest leagues in Europe, in La Liga. We are going to have to learn that, we can't basically drop concentration at any time during the game whatsoever, because we'll get punished for it, and if it's a Segunda Division side who obviously came up with us last year scoring a last minute winner, or a last minute equaliser I should say, then what's going to happen when we face the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, so on and so forth, in the games where, we're trying to hold on to a point or 3 late on in the game and we lose concentration? We'll get punished for it, so we take on Rayo Vallecano for the second game of today's episode anyway, trying to put the disappointment of that Mallorca game behind us, and the first chance would actually fall to the visitors here, with Mbaba going down the right right-hand side and find Tras Horaz. He plays it back inside towards Manusho. There's a blast from the past. He plays the ball to Moreno. Moreno wins the header, but thankfully for us it goes wide of the post and out for a goal kick. So still 0-0. And in the 33rd minute, Mario Fernandes plucks a cross out of the air and kicks it forward towards Buenacasa, who finds Keiko. Keiko back inside towards our number 9, who rolls out wide towards Concha. Our young midfielder finds Christian Fernandes down the left-hand side here, cuts onto his right foot, crosses the ball in. Concha wins the header, but the 18-year-old is denied by the goalkeeper. So still scoreless from the corner. It is Keiko who crosses the ball in, and our number 8 picks out our number 17, or tries to, but it's punched away by the goalkeeper, only as far as Andrial. And what a fantastic finish that is. He scored one of the most bizarre free kick goals ever a couple of games ago in the last episode, and this goal, well, it's a little bit more credible. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do about it, and it's just a brilliant finish. He takes it down with his right foot, sets himself, and with the left foot wraps his foot around it and puts it in the bottom corner. Lovely finesse shot, and it's 1-0 to Racing Santander. So 1-0 to the home side, great to see. And in the 82nd minute, Rio Vallecano come forward here again with Mariano finding Baena through towards Ceballos, who wins the header, and it's well saved by Mario Fernandes, and we get the ball away. So Vallecano looking to get themselves the equaliser late on in this game, just like Mallorca did, but thankfully for us, our goalkeeper made a very good stop. And in the 87th minute, Baena finds Bueno here, who strikes it, and it goes just wide. So they were growing in confidence, they were piling on the pressure, but we were still in the lead as things stood. But as the game went into added time here, Bueno crosses the ball in, and it's another injury time equaliser for our opposition, because Ceballos gets the half volley in, puts it past Mario Fernandes, whose positioning, let's be honest, was quite poor there. And unfortunately for us, Vallecano's number 34 levels the score, and again, it's how the game finishes, 1-1. And so for the second time in 2 games, we concede a last minute equaliser, a stoppage time equaliser, and it's so frustrating because that right there is 4 points dropped, and it's as simple as that. And I know that I try and be positive as much as possible when it comes down to looking at the results. You know, I try and say, oh well, it's a good point against a credible side, and you know, we played well, just didn't get the 3 points we wanted. But the fact of the matter is, you know, those 2 games there, to concede twice in stoppage time, you know, you can sit there and say, yeah, it is 2 points gained in some ways, but at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, it's still 4 points dropped. You know, if we just kept our concentration for the last few seconds, the last couple of minutes, we'd get those extra 4 points. And you know, I'm not going to say those points could be the difference between us going down and staying up, because you know, the start we made to the season, touch wood, we should definitely stay up, but they're still important points, you know, and it's very frustrating to lose them so late on in the game. But there you go, can't be helped. We just have to hope for better results in the next game. But still, we then had a youth squad monthly report. We saw our young striker and how well he's doing, and then a scout report as well. None of the players look too good so far, and also a squad report as well. You can check out how our current players are doing. Some decent development from some. Obviously, one of our youngsters, 16-year-olds out of the academy, has gone up by 2. Schwartz is the other academy players up by 1. Buenacasa is up by 1, and so on and so forth. Alvaro's up by 1. And then look at the league table as well. We'll see that we are in 6th place with 4 wins, 7 draws, and only 1 defeat so far from 12 games. Only 6 goals conceded as well, with 19 points accumulated so far from 12 games. Now, that's obviously the best record in the division for the fewest goals conceded. But even so, it's still frustrating to know that the goals scored, we haven't really put too many in the back of the net this season. And that is being a real problem for us, because we just don't have that sort of world-class player to bail us out in games when we desperately need a goal, because we don't have that right now. We're relying on strikers like Buenacasa and obviously Mariano and who's the other one, Oscar, who really aren't the best, to be fair. You know, 67 Buenacasa is our highest striker, so it's not a real surprise we're not scoring too many goals. But, you know, we've still done very well so far. I mean, 12 games in to be sitting so high up in the table, no one really predicted this, so you've got to look at the positives in that sense at least. But even so, I would like to score a few more goals this season, because right now we just don't seem to be banging them in as much as I would like to. But still, we take on Elche for the 3rd and final game of today's episode here as we travel away from home, and the first chance would fall to the home side as Paleo finds Albacar down the left hand side, and they pair play a lovely 1-2 there before cutting inside towards Jonafaz. He finds Guillo, who finds Leon then rolls it through towards Jonafaz, who strikes it, and a lovely build up for Elche should have resulted in a goal as well, but thankfully for us, the number 22 puts his shot wide. So still Elche 0, Racing Santander 0. And the following chance came a few minutes later with Fernandez finding Keiko here, who plays the ball over the top towards Buenacasa. It's a silly lunge from the Elche defender. He misses the ball as he tries to clear it away, and Buenacasa is denied by a very good save by the goalkeeper. So still 0-0 from the throw-in. We take it quickly, and as Concha collects the ball, he fake shots around his man and scores a contender for goal of this series already. What a fantastic strike by Concha. We get the Knuckle Ball trophy for that as well. Don't think I've ever won that before, and it's no real surprise that the team come and celebrate with our 18-year-old midfielder, because that is absolutely wonderful. I mean, yes, he's not too far out, he's only just outside the area, but the way he hits that ball, it's just struck with so much power and ferocity. It dips just under the bar, clips the underside of the bar, and nestles in the bottom corner. It looks so good in the replays. I don't know why, maybe it was just a standard goal for you guys, but for me, I thought that was absolutely wonderful, and especially because he's only 65 overall, so you wouldn't really expect that from the 18-year-old, but still, it is his second goal of the season, and it was a brilliant finish. It was in off the underside of the bar, and it is 1-0 to the away side. So 1-0 to Racing Santander. In the 83rd minute, Elche tried to hit back and find themselves an equaliser here with Albacar going down the left-hand side. He ends up swinging it across here eventually as he takes his time, and eventually will cross the ball in after some obscure dribbling. Leon goes for the header, and it hits the post, and we get the ball away. But this time, unlike the previous two games, we do hold on to the 1-0 victory late on. We don't concede a late equaliser. That is much better than the games against Mallorca and of course Rayo Vallecano, and I was very pleased with the fact we did get the 3 points and a great goal to show for it as well. So as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Club and Country, then please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.